So nice.
I've been addicted to heroin for 13 years. I started with recreational drugs, party drugs, and it led to harder drugs, crack and heroin.
Louise is taking her methadone.
I had a very, very nasty habit when I come here.
Her son was born addicted to drugs, but living here means she can keep him with her.
Cheers, Gareth. Thank you.
Do you feel a bit calmer now you've got it?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
So knowing that you can do this
And
then
still
walk
have
out.
my little man is brilliant. It is brilliant.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to
Right,
it.
thank you. See you later.
Often mums like Louise would have their children taken into care.
Yes, wash time.
This is the only rehab centre in the country where she can live with her son.
Let's get you ready.
Yes! I mean, waking up with this little chap every morning, what's it like?
To have him still with me is amazing, to be quite honest, because they tried to take him straight from birth.
Do you think you could do this without him? Yeah.
No. No. Without you, I couldn't do it. Because there's no point, is there? There's no point without you. No.
Around 20 women enter these gates every year. We've got to keep the location secret because many are fleeing domestic violence. They'll have to follow a strict drug and alcohol rehabilitation programme. The hope is they'll leave here in around 6 months' time, drug and alcohol free, and with their children. It's an expensive programme. Others like it have closed down. But mothers here say they stand a better chance of keeping their children.
For women to be able to do their recovery, they're mothers, and to be separated from their children. Every single mother that's here says to us that she wouldn't be able to do recovery without her child. She wouldn't be able to focus on what she needed to do. And for the child to be separated, they would either be in the care system, they might be with family members, but they wouldn't be with their mum. So keeping them together is better for the mother and for the child.
What does the sheep say? Bear. That's a tractor.
Emma was a heroin addict. She's clean now and still has her twins.
Do you like that penguin? Oh, you're giving him a love. Yeah, do you like the penguin?
I just think it's heartbreaking. It's actually heartbreaking that so many people like me are just written off. Oh, well, you're a drug addict, so you can't have your child, you know. Something has got to change. The people, the women that I have met in this place are phenomenal. You know, some of the stories that I've heard, some of the things that some of these women have been through, you wouldn't even imagine it in your darkest nightmare. They didn't deserve that. People deserve a chance. They deserve a help. They deserve a chance. And their children deserve it. You know, like some of the things that I've heard, you know, my friends here have told me has happened to them, you know, that's not their fault. They didn't ask to be abused and mistreated. Hello? That. What do you want?
He hit me. He made me hold my hand out while he tried to cut my finger off a knife. And for 10 years we had domestic violence. It would always be over drugs, or because there was no drugs, or because he'd been caught shoplifting.
Rachel was abused by her partner. She turned to heroin. Now off the drugs, she's here with her son.
You know that you're pregnant, you know that you're carrying a baby, and it's the wrong thing to do, but you still do it. It's that lifestyle. You wake up and you realise, oh my God, I've got a habit. And then there's the stigma attached that if you admit to a professional that you have got a habit, that they'll take your child away. So I hid it.
You went through a hell of a lot when you were younger.
Yeah. I don't blame my partners. I don't blame anything that happened throughout my life. I have to take responsibility for it because I still made that choice to take drugs.
I mean, you had 4 children running around and you were taking heroin. Didn't you ever feel guilty for doing that?
I feel guilty every day of my life, and that guilt will stay with me, but I'm using that guilt to channel strongness and a strength that keeps me on the right path. I'll never ever forgive myself for what I put my kids through, but living in the past would put me back to square one, whereas I'm looking forward to a future without drugs.
Yeah, I'm coming back, I'm coming. I have not forgot about you, kiddo, don't worry.
Back to Louise and her baby boy.
Are we ready?
Her other children are in care.
Oh, dear. Mwah.
What did it feel like when your daughter was taken away from you?
I just wanted to kill myself. I did attempt numerous times. But now I'm better. I have to go. We can carry this on later.
Yeah.
That bell means it's time for group therapy.
I'm giving you the gift of strength and courage.
Thank you.
You're a strong woman.
It's compulsory and emotional. Burning letters they've written to their abusers. Louise is graduating from the course.
What have you learnt from this last 12 weeks of Freedom programme?
I'm not alone.
But it doesn't mean she'll definitely keep her son. Louise has just gone into one of the most important meetings since she's been here. She'll be meeting with her key workers and her social workers to first of all find out how she's getting on and to more importantly find out how her little boy's getting on and whether they'll be able to stay together. The meeting lasts more than an hour.
Okay, how did it go?
I'm still fighting to keep him. It's not 100% chance that I'm still going to keep him, even being here.
How does that feel?
Right now, I'm pretty shocked to just be told that I still could lose my son.
Sorry.
And that's the reality here. Not everyone keeps their children.
I love you.
Katie relapsed after leaving the centre. She can only see her son for visits. She's fighting to get him back.
This is the worst thing that has ever happened to me, being separated from my son, because it's like my heart has been ripped out, and that's what it feels like on a daily basis when I'm not with him. It's just a horrible feeling that like you're this terrible mum. If somebody's struggling, you help them up. You know, you don't beat them down, and that's what happens in society.
To see children remain with their mum, and I say that as a mother, I think being a mother is one of the hardest jobs you can do, but also one of the most rewarding. And to see children be able to stay with their mum, that's really what it's all about.
This is the only service of its kind in the country, and it only has 10 places. Where would these women be without this service? Well, they've all told me the same thing.
Dead, definitely. Because when they took my kids, I just didn't care anymore. My reason for living was gone. So you put yourself in dangerous places with dangerous people doing silly things. So Trevi saved my life, really.